How to stay motivated as a cam model. It's really not an easy task to get up and have no specific obligations. You're your own boss, so you make your own schedule, and today you just feel like fucking sitting down and doing whatever you want. Well, I mean, cool, go for it, do you, but don't make it a habit. It can become a serious detrimental habit to kind of just lay around all day, and then you wait until the very last second and you're like, oh, I'm going to go online. But then you don't feel like it because you don't feel like putting on your makeup, or you don't feel like getting dressed for the day because you're still in your pajamas and you still have like Twinkie wrappers and cereal boxes all over the place, and you don't feel like cleaning up, and I'll do it tomorrow. So you procrastinate and you do it the next day. No, because you're in the same state of mind. So I'm going to give you 10 tips and tricks to stay motivated as a webcam model that I use for myself personally, and I hope that maybe this information can help you. Follow people that you want to become. Following people that you want to become. Okay, so what does that mean? It means follow people that have already achieved the amount of success that you wish to achieve. So following the top cam models, someone that you look up to, someone that you adore, seeing their motivation, seeing their drive, seeing where they are will help to keep you and put a fire under your butt to reach that specific point of, of being a cam model. Like I want that. I want 2,000 members in my room. I want 50 video sales like this person has. I want to be able to do this, and I want to be able to do that. And that will kind of like get your mind going. Not necessarily to copy them, but more so just an idea sparks another idea. So maybe their idea of what they're doing will completely make you think of your own idea that, is not even related to what they're doing. But just, spark your creativity. Don't be afraid to do research. Just kind of like engulfing yourself in the research of people that you look up to or people that you want to become, and doing that research and looking up things about your job and putting yourself in that mindset is a step forward. Is a step forward towards getting up and doing something about it. So, number 2. Set goals for yourself. Setting goals for yourself is going to give you something to work towards. It doesn't necessarily have to be, I want to be the XVids or whatever convention, cam model, top model, because you're going to think in your mind that obviously I can't achieve this and you're going to give up. You want to set like a small goal. Maybe you want to make a certain amount of money in a month. Maybe you want to get a certain amount of followers on your Instagram or your Twitter page. Set these goals, and don't just set them in your mind. Write them down on paper. Write down the things that you want to achieve. Maybe it's, I want to be able to have enough money to buy myself some lingerie so that I can do a specific type of show on this specific day. Just set small goals and set larger goals so that you will constantly have something to work towards. And having something to work towards is going to give you more motivation to get out of bed and make things happen. It's nice to have that drive, and it's fun to chase after your dreams. So write them down on paper. Writing is a really good source and tool to get things in your mind, more so than just reading something. You're actually taking the effort to write it down, and then place it where you can see it. Place it where it's going to remind you, like, okay, this is something that I want to do. You might not look at it every single day, but subconsciously your mind is seeing it, and it's reminding you, like, hey, this is something that you want to do. And before you know it, you'll actually start doing things towards attaining your goals without even realizing it, because your subconscious mind has picked it up. Number 3, create a schedule. Creating a schedule is going to help you have some source of discipline because your followers are going to hold you accountable. When you have a 9 to 5, you have a schedule. So you have to be there by 9 and you have to be done or by 5 unless, they need you to stay extra. But you know that you need to be there and you know that you have to be on time, so you are, because you're held accountable. You don't want to get fired. Those are the repercussions. If you set yourself a schedule, you let your followers know that this is your schedule, then you're held accountable. Oh, I have to be on at this time, because if not, they're gonna think, they're gonna see me and they're gonna see that I, don't stay to my word. I'm not sticking to my time. But try your best to make it on time when you told your followers that you would be on, because it's, like I said before, it's a sense of community. So you care about them and you want them to see that you're staying to your word and that you care about their time as well as yours. You're not wasting anyone's time when you're on time and you're doing and following the schedule that you said you were going to follow. This actually pairs up with setting goals for yourself. Writing things down. Writing things down is a really good way to get things in your mind, to make sure that they stay in your mind. You're almost training yourself, like in school when they made you write down notes. Why do you think they made you write down those notes? Because to have them fresh in your mind when they gave you that pop quiz like a couple of days later, or maybe even at the end of the class or whatever. It's so that you can remember them quickly. So write things down. Write down your goals that you want to achieve. Write down, the time that you want to go on. Write down the goal that you want to make for the day. Write down anything that is significant towards you and your job as CAM model. Just write it down. Number 5, go on for a short amount of time. So you don't want to go on, but if you tell your mind, oh, I'm only going to stay on for 10 minutes, then you're more likely to go on because you don't feel like you're going to be wasting time. You're just going to go on for 10 minutes and see what happens, right? So at least you're going on. You're taking that effort to go on for that short amount of time. You're telling your brain that you're not staying on that long, so it's not like really dragging you to procrastinate. It's like, okay, let's just see what happens. You will feel better about yourself if you just go online, because you'll be like, oh, I did what I needed to do. But in the end, if you go on for a small amount of time, you actually might end up staying on longer than you thought. The action of just going on, turning on your camera, you actually might have people come in that you want to talk to, people that make you smile and you enjoy conversing with, and you end up staying on for like 3-4 hours and you end up making a good amount of money, and you're like, hey, I didn't even feel like signing on today, but I signed on just to get it over with, and I signed on for only 10 minutes. I thought in my mind I was only going to be on for 10 minutes, but I ended up staying on more, and you're maximizing your opportunity by at least just kind of like peeking around the corner and seeing what's out there, seeing what could be if you decide to sign on, and get yourself in that mental mindset of signing on, and before you know it, you won't even consider it a drag. You will want to sign on. You'll be like, oh, I'm just going to sign on really quick. For me, I enjoy the time that I do spend online, and when I'm not enjoying myself, I usually sign off. But it takes some time to get yourself to that point where you actually want to sign on, and telling yourself that you're only going to sign on for a small amount of time usually helps, because you don't feel that obligated to stay on for 4 hours in a slow room, because slow days kind of tell your mind oh, I really don't feel like going on. But if you just tell yourself you're signing on for a small amount of time, then you'll actually go on and do it, and it'll actually help you out in the long run. Number 6, this is something that I love to do, and I don't know if very many people do it, but I love to watch motivational videos. It doesn't exactly have to be on cam modeling at all. I just like to watch motivational motivational videos about business, about success, about being the best person that you can be, about getting up in the morning, about having a plan, about, improving your life. I want to be better every single day. I want something about myself to have been improved every single day, because we only have a short amount of time on this earth, and I want to be able to, have something to work towards every single day. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel better that you're making yourself better. And watching motivational videos has really helps me, and maybe it'll help you. Like, just type in on YouTube motivational speakings, and it might take a while for you to find one that actually clicks with you, but once one really clicks with you, it actually creates that drive inside of you, and it makes you want to do things, and you're just like, it's a new spark, it's a new you. You're just like, yeah, I want to do it, let's go. You can't wait to sign on. You can't wait to make yourself better. And it's a good way to get off your butt, and you're only putting in a little bit of effort. You're watching a motivational video instead of watching Netflix, and you will be amazed at the difference it will make when you're listening to these people and seeing where they came from and just seeing where they are now, and you know that you can do it too. And all you have to do is just start. All you have to do is just try. And step 1 can be watching a motivational video. Number 7, envision your outcome. Envision what would happen if you were to do everything that you wanted to do in the day. So if you're writing down things like I suggested, you should be writing down what you want to do each and every day. It could be go to the post office. It could be, go grocery shopping. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to camming. Just make sure that you have everything that you want to do written down on paper. And obviously, your mind is set to procrastinate. Your mind is set to just kind of like laze around all day. But having it written down is almost like a task sheet. And then after you write it down, imagine in your mind what it would feel like and what it would look like if you were to complete that entire list of things in that day. How would you feel? You would feel so accomplished. You would feel so great. If you had written down on there, go online on cam for 3 hours, imagine yourself after you're getting off the cam for 3 hours, and imagine how that would feel. And just, play it out in your mind. I had a good day on cam today. I made like a really good amount of income. I had a lot of fun online. Like, just pretend like it already happened. And you'll see yourself actually thinking more positive towards the task that you want to achieve. And it'll actually make you want to do it that much more. 8, remember that a pushed product is better than a perfect product. And I did not make that up. I heard that somewhere. But it is extremely true. It's better to have something out there that isn't 100% perfect than to not do it at all. And because it doesn't live up to what you think is perfect. Because we're all guilty of this. Like, I really want to do this, but I don't have a good camera. I really want to do this, but I don't think that it'll be good enough. These are all things that you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself you're not good enough. You're telling yourself that, you're not creative enough. You're telling yourself that the things that you are going to make are not as good as this person, so you don't want to put it out. It's better to put it out, gauge your response, let's say it's a video, and it's a crappy quality video. Like, I'm not saying that you should put out bad content. I'm just saying that you should know that putting something out is better than keeping it and not doing it, because you're not going to make any source of income if you don't put the video out. to be sold. Maybe someone will message you and be like, I really liked your video. I don't think that I really would love to see it in HD, so I'm going to help you and I'm going to get you an HD camera. Like, you just never know. You never know what is going to happen. So it's better to just do it, see what happens, and like for me, for example, I'm making this YouTube channel. I know 100% that okay, camera that I'm filming, I would love to create HD content, but imagine if I wouldn't create a video unless I had an HD camera. Then I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't, I wouldn't have these videos out for people to see, to help people. And that's just the mindset of failure. That's the mindset of lack. And you need to have something, give it to the world, and stop holding it back because you don't think it's good enough, because it's better to try it out, make a mistake, make a failure. It's okay than to hold yourself back because of your feelings of not being good enough. Number 9. It kind of rolls into number 9. Don't let doubt control you. And that's exactly what I was saying. Like, you think you're not good enough, you think that, what you have isn't going to work out in your favor, you think that, the video that you posted isn't going to get any sales, you think that if you sign online, then you're going to get made fun of, or if you sign online, then you're not going to make anything. You're already training yourself to have a negative outcome because you're expecting it. What you're expecting, you're going to receive. Don't put yourself in a negative mindset. Put yourself in a positive mindset so that you can have positive things coming back to you, and the positive things will reign true to you in your mind, and you can focus on those things instead of the bad things. Number 10 is invest into your job as a cam model. Put in the effort, put in the time, put in the money. Just, this is something that you want to grow. And by sitting around at home and not watering it, it's going to die. Keep that in mind. Your business is a flower. And if you don't tend to it, if you don't pick out the weeds, if you don't give it what it needs, the exposure that it needs, the sunlight, and you keep it indoors all day, and you're not giving it that water and that nutrients, it's going to die. And that's kind of what's going to happen to your career as a cam model. If you don't give it the exposure that it needs, if you don't give it the water, if you don't pick out the weeds, it's going to die too. And it's up to you to let your garden flourish. It's up to you to put in that effort, that time, that responsibility, to set yourself a schedule, to make sure that you're taking notes, to set yourself goals each and every day, set yourself goals for the week, to work towards these things that you want to achieve. And you need to invest your time, effort, your emotions into yourself. You're investing in you. What better thing to invest in than your own self? Invest in yourself. Give yourself that time and energy. When you're sitting at home and you're not doing anything, that's what you're thinking of yourself. You're thinking, I'm not good enough to invest in. And don't do that, because you're good enough to invest in. And you need to put yourself in that mindset. You're good enough to invest in. And go out there and invest in yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that these tips and tricks help you, get you motivated, get out there. I know that I'm not the best motivational speaker I know that I'm not the best cam coach. I know that I'm not the best anything, but a push product is better than no product at all. And I hope that you at least got something from this. I'd really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up if you got anything from this. If you would like to get in contact with me, ask me any questions, I'm more than happy to answer you. No problem. You can reach me on my email or any of my social media. I would love to converse and interact with you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all of my new subscribers. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you and have a good day.